sponsored by 666bet.com.
Kugan Cassius, IFL TV in association with Mechanism in Marbella and 666bet at the Echo Arena. With me, I've got Paddy Fitzpatrick.
Good evening, sir.
7th round stoppage win for Mr. George Groves.
Yes, sir.
Assess for me his performance.
Well, straight afterwards, I said 5 out of 10, and he kind of nodded and went, yeah. So we weren't far off agreeing with that.
Did you expect what you got from Douglin?
We expected what we got from Dublin, but I said to you going into this fight, I expected his best performance yet, and that wasn't a bluster. That was based on everything that he's been giving us in camp. He had a fantastic camp. He just didn't find his groove straight away tonight. It took around 2 or 3 rounds to find his groove, and after that every round improved, but it wasn't what we had wanted, but he still won. He still won in fashion at the end, and we move on to the next one.
The next one?
The next one.
Will that be a shot against Darrell?
Well, he's the mandatory, so it has to be a shot against Darrell. It's either a shot against Darrell or a shot for the vacant title if Darrell would want to give it up. But that's the fight that will be obviously mandated now. He's in a mandatory position, and we all know what mandatory positions mean by now.
Is there any chance that George will fight before having that mandatory slot, or are you just straight looking for that title shot and that's it?
I'm not the boss of that. George is the boss of all of his affairs. He's the mandatory. It's going out to purse bids in December, so I would say that fight would be looking to be made by around March, April time, I would have said. And if it is March time, I'd prefer we just go for that. I just said to him now, I think he needs a bit of a break. He's had 14 months of not just a busy 14 months fighting wise, but he's had a hell of a lot of emotions to deal with, and a hell of a lot of stress, and it would be nice now for him to just chill out over Christmas, relax his mind, relax his body, and come back fresh in January.
Performance wise, this compared to the Brass fight, do you believe that George has moved forward?
Performance wise, that's hard to say. The Rabras fight we were very, very pleased with because he fought the fight that we set out to fight. He gradually started piecing it together in this fight, but it took, like I said, from the 3rd round on. The plan was to go to the left on this guy early, just in the 1st round. And when we did go to the left, he got clipped with the right hook on the way over. So then George came away from that a little bit. When I said to him again at the end of I believe it was the end of the 2nd round, I said, "You're not giving me what I'm asking for." He said, "It's not working going over there, your coach." So we said, "Okay, so let's don't start walking to your right just yet because you're going towards his left hand. Just sit in front of him, feint him out of position." He started feinting him out of position and pot-shotting him. And gradually then George picked up the momentum and started getting off the double and treble right hand. So he did improve as the rounds went on, and I think we're both his hardest critics because we only want the best for him. So you know, it was a good performance. It wasn't the performance that we wanted.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, Paddy, I'm not going to take too much of your time. I know you're an expensive and busy man.
Jeez, I've moved up without knowing it.
Listen, we hope to catch up with you soon anyway,
man.
but
thank you.
Good seeing you the last couple of weeks.
Yes, sir.
Always a pleasure, sir.
Thank you.
And
we need that DNA test done because I'm not fully convinced you're my son. There is some similarities, but we do need
why
that checked
you got to
out.
do that to me?
Well,
do you want to go and Jeremy
when
Carl?
you started asking me for money, it was all right when it was just I'm your long lost son, but when you start asking me to dip in my pocket, we need some checks done. A couple of tests, that's all I'm asking for.
I know you got some rupees in your pocket, brother.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Paddy.
Peace.
Good man. Thank you very much.
The Big Fight, sponsored by 666bet.com.